starting now. We're also going to talk about Ethereum, HBAR, Polkadot, and some little titty bitties with the crypto news today. As most of you guys know, it is Christmas Eve. Happy Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. And happy holidays, just in general. Happy holidays. It's going to be a short show. We are streaming a little bit early because I've got a fun thing to do to take my kids to today and the family. So we're going to be doing all of that. And then I got some personal news too. But first and foremost, we have to give a shout out to the channel members. Good morning to Chipper and Zen, Mixing, our producer, and of course, Mr. D. And I'm wishing you guys love and light, no matter what it is you guys are doing for the holiday season. Just wishing y'all love and light. So we're going to talk about Bitcoin because MicroStrategy did something freaking crazy. And again, we talked about 2025 being the year of crypto, and it's going to get absolutely stupid. It is just going to get absolutely stupid. We've got MicroStrategy that wants to buy billions and billions of dollars more of Bitcoin. We have the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve that will be happening in America. We're going to talk about all of that. And yeah, it's just a positive thing. It's a positive year for people in crypto in general. And I'm hoping that with the push, with crypto coming essentially main stage, with crypto becoming massively adopted, that all of the Americans that are hurting right now because of the poor choices of our public servants will get better. That's what my hope is. Because again, we're going to increase, we're going to create jobs. We're going to create innovation. We are going to obtain taxpayer dollars. Again, taxes are a scam and the Fed, but at the same time, now that we have DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency, we have Elon Musk and Vivek that are going to be cutting a lot of departments that just aren't producing or doing anything in general. Hopefully this taxpayer dollars that we are going to be, the surplus can go to pay the debt if we ever get a surplus, if that even happens, that just public servants in general have created. And in addition to that, hopefully we'll get better schools and just better quality of life for people. So things are going to be interesting in 2025. Really, really, really interesting. I didn't say they're going to be easy, but if you're in crypto, you're doing good. If you own Bitcoin, you're doing good. If you've got conviction in something that you're holding, you're doing good. You're doing good. So let's go ahead and get into it. And then I'll talk about some personal news in a little bit because today's a very important day for me as you guys, well, actually, yeah, we'll just do the news as I know you guys don't care about that stuff. So a little fun titty bitty over here. Historical Bitcoin prices on Christmas Eve. 2013, $666. Today, 2024, $94,120. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And, you know, over the years, like Bitcoin is pumped and then it's dumped and pumped and it's dumped. And generally we operate on a 4-year cycle. And just interesting to see the progression of Bitcoin. And again, we've also seen the progression of gold. Bitcoin ETFs are absolutely slain. While gold ETFs are not, they're still popular. They still bring in a lot of money. But at the same time, Bitcoin ETFs have just surpassed absolutely insane goals. Really, really insane goals. Also, too, Solana is doing well. It looks like Solana DEX volume exceeds $100 billion again. A lot of people are on Solana, which we love. Now let's go ahead and do a crypto market update. This is going to be the all of the alts on the weekly. Move, Hype, BGB, Pengu. There's a lot of drama with Hype. I don't want to talk about it too much because I'm not really in that ecosystem. But again, this is going to be on the the weekly. And on the daily, everything is up. So this is a pretty good Christmas for those of you who bought the dip, and are doing well. Pengu is up 34.7%. SUI, IOTA, DinoCoin, HBAR. We're going to talk about HBAR in a little bit. Jasmy, Move, Sand, Gala, all of it. I thought we were going to go lower, but so far we are not going lower. And I'm always happy to be wrong. Absolutely love being wrong. Let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin price. Yeah, I totally thought we were going to head down to like 92,000 again. But I was wrong, and that's okay. It's okay to be wrong. And I said we needed to sustain 93,000. Well, actually, we did touch that area. I thought we were going to go down to 88. I thought we were going to break down. So I was wrong. It's fine. More than happy to be wrong. But we got a beautiful God tier candle here, which is absolutely amazing. And it could be fueled by MicroStrategy. Either way, I will take this. Congratulations to those of you who bought the dip. And as far as Bitcoin goes, we just need to really kind of sustain this trend line. That's what I'm looking at. Again, I'm not doing a whole lot of trading. If you are interested in trading, use my ref links. We've got a ref link down below for Silent Swap. It is a DEX. You get 10% off with privacy transactions. Femex, centralized exchange, not your keys, not your coins. And Blowfin, no KYC, not your keys, not your coins. Again, no need to use leverage. Just be cautious and all of that. So the Bitcoin right now, I'm bullish on Bitcoin. Short term. Again, these are short-term predictions. I do think we will do insanely well in 2025. Quarter 1, 2025 might be a little bit rough, but hey, The fact that we've been able to sustain and break back above 95,000, that's what I need to see. Love it. And I think on the 4 hour, we'll be able to do that as well. So Bitcoin is bullish. Generally, the altcoins correspond. Ethereum was looking decent too. We got above $3,400 yesterday. We actually we kissed $3,460, and the fact that we closed above $3,400, wonderful, fantastic. The next target area is going to be $3,500. Now, taking a look at Solana. Solana is not as strong as Ethereum or Bitcoin right now, but the fact that we caught this bottom here at 173. Well, we consolidated here, and we're on our way up. Things are looking good. However, I need to see us reclaim 210. That's an important area, especially that we're in a downtrend. Again, I'm very bullish on Solana, and I will be buying more. XRP. XRP is looking beautiful. A lot of volatility with XRP. It's always a fun coin to trade, a lot of risk. But XRP is up above 222, which is our support line. I'm going to pull it down a little bit to account for this swing wick low on 12/5/2024 and these two candle bottoms over here. So XRP is doing good. If we want to, we could do some fancy smancy technical analysis, and we can just draw this line over here and show that we need to break above $2.51. Now, with that being said, let's take a look at, I want to buy Link, but Link pumped. Darn it. I should have bought Link over here, but I didn't. And that's okay. It's the holidays. Things get a little bit crazy. Also, Cardano is looking well. It's looking like we're going to retest 96 cents. So markets are looking good. And this is a good gift for those of people that are holding and bought the dip. So congratulations to you guys. Shout out to the 300 people watching. I think there's like 500 on Tiki Tacky. Shout out to Mr. John Legend. And let's go ahead and continue to cover more news because there's a lot more stuff to cover. All right. This story over here. This is an important day to note. And this came from Pete Rizzo. And he posted this yesterday. 111 years ago, the Federal Reserve was founded. Ever since the US dollar is down 97%, and this is why we Bitcoin. And again, the whole Bitcoin maxi thing, I am not the biggest fan, but at the same time, I think it's important to note. I think it's a very, 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 very much important to note that the Federal Reserve was founded and the US dollar is down. And again, this is why we Bitcoin. This is why we crypto. We have public servants. We have people making laws and regulations for us. Telling us what we can and can't do with our money. And Satoshi got sick of it. And he said, we're going to create Bitcoin. Chicken bone broth gang. And I'm thankful for Bitcoin. Bitcoin has impacted a lot of people's lives in a positive aspect. Hey, you watching me. But with that being said, if you have a little bit of time over this Christmas break, look at the history of money. Read Bitcoin white paper. Read about the Federal Reserve, and then understand why we Bitcoin. And again, banks are great because they make us feel this sense of security. But at the end of the day, are they really great? Is FDIC really all it's cracked up to be? There's a lot of restrictions with banks. And as time progresses, Bitcoin is DeFi, and DeFi protocols in crypto with like Aave and Ethereum and Solana and all these different blockchains and whatnot, they will continue to get better and better. So instead of having to go down to your local bank to wire money or to take out a loan, etc., we're going to be able to do all of this stuff with crypto as things progress. And I do believe things will get better under the Trump presidency. So fingers crossed for that. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about the history of money, but I also need to cover this story over here. According to Cointelegraph, HBAR overtakes DOT and XLM to claim the 16th spot in global crypto rankings by market cap. And I know that these are fan favorites over here, and these are Dino coins. So absolutely love to see it. I know HBAR has a big community. We love the Hedera community. I'm trying to get them on one of my my spaces I do with Silent Swap and SQUIDGROW every Tuesday. I'm not doing it today because it's Christmas Eve, but this is good. We actually really love to see it. So shout out to the HBAR community. Love it, love it, love it. Let's take a look at HBAR price. Where's our HBAR price? I don't know where it is. Let's do Binance, yeah, because that's going to be an older chart. So HBAR's up. It is swing wick high of 33 cents, which are currently trading at 31 cents. It's holding above this line here at 24 cents, which we love. So congratulations to the HBAR community. And let's kind of go back to the Federal Reserve. We're talking about the Federal Reserve and money. And let's go ahead and talk about this story right here from Unusual Whales. And this is real. This is real. Breaking. The biggest banks are planning to sue the Federal Reserve over the annual bank stress test. The Fed's stress test is an annual ritual that forces banks to maintain adequate cushions for bad loans and dictates the size of share repurchases and dividends. Let's kind of talk about this a little bit over here and how this ties in with the Federal Reserve and the predatory practices at the bank. So in the United States of America, we are all required to have a bank account. If you don't think that you are required to have a bank account, try buying a house, try taking out a car loan, try getting a job, a brand new job, and they want to do direct deposit. So you're essentially forced to have a bank. And, the Federal Reserve and all these different departments oversee all these different things, okay? But the Federal Reserve also forces banks to do annual stress tests to make sure that they have enough reserves. And what the banks do is we are required to use them. We deposit our money there. They take our money and then they loan it out. But if we want to take out money from the bank, take out a little bit of loan, like on a credit card and whatnot, guess what happens? What happens? They charge us like 30% or 20%. But the money that we are forced to deposit in the bank, we're only making like 2% on, maybe 0.02% on. So you see how predatory that is? So the banks are going to be suing the Federal Reserve for the stress test that forces annual ritual that for banks to maintain adequate cushions for bad loans. It dictates the size of share of repurchase of dividends. Is this ethical or unethical? I feel like the Fed's kind of making the banks do their job and being accountable for what they have. But at the same time, do we really need to do all this stuff? It's just a little bit crazy. It really, really, really is. And somebody said over here, I can see the need for banks to maintain adequate cushions, but I'm not sure about someone dictating the size of their share repurchases and dividends. Seems like that's a bit much. And I like that take. I like that take. But also too, at the same time, do the banks actually have the cash? I don't think they do. And if you want to go into a bank and you want to loan anything, or you want to, or if you want to withdraw your own money, like if it's over $10,000, they make you order in advance because they don't keep it. And then there was a law that was passed during the panorama that banks don't need to actually hold the reserves for what they have, which is freaking crazy. Absolutely crazy. Shout out to Steady User. So that's kind of what's going on with that. It's just a whole ghetto mess when it comes to the banks. And that's why I like Bitcoin so much. Everything is public. It's transparent. You can see exactly who owns what for the most part. So I don't know. It's kind of something to ponder about this holiday season. But let's go ahead and talk about this story. So in the UAE, 37% of retail investors plan to increase in crypto. And this is a survey from eToro. So basically, eToro surveyed 1,000 retail investors from the UAE to determine their investment goals, and 54% of respondents listed financial goals as their primary New Year's resolution, ranging from investing in stocks to buying more crypto. And, this is UAE. This is Dubai, which makes sense because they don't have a lot of crazy laws that we have. But it's interesting to see the younger generation adamantly pushing for more crypto, more Bitcoin. And it just kind of tells you where we're at. And this also tells you why BlackRock is holding about 1 million Ethereum in this story over here. BlackRock's Ethereum ETF now holds over 1 million ETH. Dan went on, and I like Dan, he's absolutely awesome, but he said this data paired with the fact that ETH is still consolidating below all-time high is altcoin season indicator like we've never seen before. But what I want to talk about here is, it's crazy that BlackRock's holding this much Ethereum, but at the same time, they're doing it because that's what their customers want. And also, BlackRock is big on RWAs. We're going to see like tokenize everything. Like that one project we saw that's kind of similar to Ondo, the tokenized stocks, White Rock. But we're going to see a lot of that come out. Everything is going to be tokenized. It's not going to be transparent, though, and we have to pay attention for that. But hey, that's good for my $10,000 Ethereum bags, right? Anyways, let's get into the next story. This is a really, really cool post from Link, and they said, dude has been buying Bitcoin buying $30 a day of Bitcoin after 7 years and made it to a $1 million portfolio. The total spent was $86,370, which is worth around $1 million. The reason why I wanted to talk about this story is because this just shows the power of dollar cost averaging. And again, I started off my career in crypto as a trader. I taught myself how to trade. But at the same time, like I don't trade as much anymore because it's super risky. Like there's a lot of risk associated with it. And with that being said, it's like with the amount of content, everything I do, like it's hard to trade. It's like holding and accumulating and dollar cost averaging and also limit buying, I do a lot better. So I just want to show you guys the power of dollar cost averaging. So if you're somebody who goes to Starbucks every day and spends $10 at Starbucks every single day, maybe consider that rearrange or repurposing your disposable income and maybe Bitcoin or maybe XRP or whatever it is that you want. Again, not financial advice, but this is important to note that you can do really well dollar cost averaging. They turned an $87,000 position into $1 million. Love to see it. And this kind of coincides off of what's going on with MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy is set to hold a special shareholder meeting to vote on 2 proposals to bolster its $42 billion Bitcoin investment plan. MicroStrategy is another prime example of dollar cost averaging and the power of it. So the importance of this is over here is that MicroStrategy is a company. They take out debts and sell equities and do all these things, collateralize loans, and they acquire more Bitcoin. They currently own about 2.22% of all Bitcoin. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. And they've done pretty well. Like their average buy-in price for Bitcoin is like $65,000, which isn't terrible at all, even though Michael Saylor does, they do buy the top. They do buy the top off it, but that's okay because as number goes up and time progresses, especially if you're planning and for holding this stuff for a long period of time, it does okay. So this is bullish. It's interesting. Well, there's a lot of people that think MicroStrategy is going to blow up. Also, to you guys, smash a like. We've got almost 400 people in here. Smash a like. I think SUI is already melting faces. We love it. Absolutely love it. Ruben said partnership with Chainlink, Aura, and Near. Love that. Love it. Love it. Buttcoin launches. Shout out to Buttcoin, but I will not be buying Buttcoin. Congratulations to you guys. But with that being said, will MicroStrategy implode? It could. That's going to be interesting to see. Bitcoin will be okay, though. Bitcoin will always be okay. Bitcoin is one of the most resilient assets and just things in general. Shout out to Sunan. Thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But anyways, let's go read some of these titty bitties over here with MicroStrategy. So they propose increasing its number of shares in the company. Stockholders will vote on proposals to increase Class A common shares by 10 billion and preferred shares by 1 billion. That seems kind of like a lot of shares, kind of like an S coin, right? MicroStrategy said the proposed increase of shares would support the company's 2121 plan, which is a 3-year, $42 billion capital plan that aims to raise $21 billion of equity capital and $21 billion of fixed income instruments, including debt, convertible notes, and preferred stock. The 2021 plan backs future purchases of Bitcoin. So we've got MicroStrategy buying Bitcoin. We've got different countries around the world buying Bitcoin, including El Salvador. And when you buy a finite asset, you're removing some of the supply, and it's just basic supply and demand. The more of the asset you have, generally the price goes down, and the less asset you have, it makes it more scarce, so number goes up. So there's that. And in addition to talking about how bullish Bitcoin is, this is from Unusual Wills. Bitcoin could soar to $500,000 if Trump creates a national reserve. This is from Bitwise CIO. They don't give a timeline over here, but I believe it. And again, what is a Bitcoin strategic reserve? A Bitcoin strategic reserve is basically when we buy a bunch of Bitcoin, we hold it, we take out collateralized loans, and then when its number goes up, we sell a little bit so that we can pay off our debt. Also, too, analysts suggest the Federal Reserve can't stop Trump from creating a Bitcoin reserve via an executive order using the Treasury's Exchange Stabilization Act. And that's important to note, too, because Powell came out and said, we are not going to, Powell came out and said, we're not going to do a Bitcoin strategic reserve. Congress can do it. And Trump's going to make it happen. I really, 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 really think he's going to make it happen. That's just my personal opinion. So I don't know. I'm incredibly bullish going into 2025 on crypto, on Bitcoin. As always, I do think that Q1 might be a little bit rough, but other than that, I'm happy. I'm excited. Like, it feels good to be a Bitcoin holder. It feels good to be in crypto. It feels good to be in a bull run. It feels good to have a pro crypto president. So there's that. But anyways, I wanted to share something with you guys. For those of you that don't know, my dad passed away on New Year's Eve, on Christmas Eve. I was like 10, 11 years old, like 5th grade. And it's just like a horrible day. Hate it. It's one of the most traumatic experiences of my life. But, over the years, I've had a daughter. She's healthy. She's perfect. And, you kind of force yourself to like Christmas and stuff. So we did our presents and everything today. I'm going to take them somewhere fun today. But I decided back in 2018, 2018, that I was going to, because this channel was used for to live stream meetups, and it was used to, you know, like post like Bitcoin market updates like once a week, whatever. And then I decided, you know what, I'm just going to make this a news channel. I'm going to start live streaming. I'm just going to start making content, being myself. So I decided to mark the anniversary of my channel on Christmas Eve, and make it kind of like a celebratory day. So that's what it is now. That's what it is now. So today is the anniversary of my channel. We've been in business. Well, we've been making daily content here, or, you know, content almost every single day since 2018, December. So 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So 6 years. 6 years. So I turned a negative into positive. So if you're going through something that's like crappy in your life, because we all do, try to find the silver lining. Trying to figure out what you can do. I don't want to say to mask the pain or mask the stress or whatnot, but just to have a better quality of life. Because you have an option to sit and be mad about everything in life. That's a choice to make. But what does it do? It doesn't change anything. It doesn't change the past. It doesn't change people's actions. It doesn't change what can't be undone. So you can either sit and be super negative, which I like to do that too. But again, like, what's it going to do? It's not going to do anything. So I took the leap of faith, and I started to make content almost every day, and it's got me very, very far in life. I've been featured in almost every single mainstream media magazine or articles, or like articles, all kinds of stuff. I contribute to Forbes every so often. We've got over a million audience, and things are good. Things are really good. Things are good. So you guys, I'm just wishing you and your families, whether, I don't care what religion you are, I don't care, you know, what you celebrate. I'm wishing you guys happy holidays, wishing you Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. And if you can, try to do something kind for someone. And if you're struggling with something, know it will get better. I didn't get to be where I am today by taking no action. I took a lot of action. It took many, many, many years. So thank you guys so much. Sending y'all love and light. And I hope you have a wonderful holiday with your families. So, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. PST. Bye. Bye, babies. Thank you.